What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jason, back with another YouTube video. And today it's gonna be a little short video, but we're gonna show you how to check your brake fluid and to let you know when it's time to replace it or do a flush on it here today. So that's what we're gonna be doing on my 1996 F-250 four-wheel drive truck here today. And so yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it. All right, so I just gotta pop the hood here really quick. What are you doing in here? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? You gonna help me today? Or are you just gonna be cute for the video? You say hi?
Hi, Dad.
All right, let's pop the hood. You gonna sit in the truck? You gonna sit in the truck?
Bye.
All right. You say bye. Oh my goodness. Here, I'm gonna roll down the window for her really quick. Get some airflow in this truck because it can get hot. Alrighty. Bye. Okay. Alright. Let's open up the hood here. See if I can get it open. All right, guys, so this is what the under the hood looks like. So right now I'm running underneath this thing. It's a 5.8, a V8, and it's a 351 Windsor small block, and it's fuel injected. So it's a pretty cool engine, I'm not gonna lie. But so right here we got the brake reservoir. And so I was working I worked in a Ford dealership, but I also worked for another automotive company, and then the name of the place was TGK. And you know, every shop has their own different way of doing something as far as inspecting vehicles. And when I got into TGK, they definitely did an inspection on their vehicles completely different than the other dealerships that I worked for. Be careful, baby. And so one of the things that they had us inspect was the brake fluid. And they had these pretty cool brake fluid test kits here. And this also tests coolant to see your pH level and your boiling and freezing point, which I'm gonna do a video on that after this one here. But this kit is pretty cool. They got little test strips, and basically it tests your brake fluid or your coolant fluid to see, you know, if it's corroded, if the pH level is lower than where it should be, and so forth. So yeah, we're gonna use these test strips here to test the brake fluid today and to see if I need to do a flush on this or if it's good. But this will show you guys what to do for your own vehicles, your personal vehicles, and just to see if you need to do a flush on your brake fluid or not, or if it's good. So what's really cool about this test kit is it allows you to see in the brake fluid if there's basically rust, dirt, any moisture buildup in the system, and if so, that can cause a lot of damage to your brake system. And then, you know, if rust or dirt or any type of moisture gets into the system, that causes you to kind of lose, it causes you to have a spongy pedal for when you apply the brakes. And so that's stuff that you don't want to have in the system. And so that's what this test kit allows us to test, to see if the brake fluid is contaminated with rust, dirt, and if the brake fluid has absorbed any type of water or moisture because that's what brake fluid likes to do, is it likes to absorb moisture out of the air. So we're gonna test this brake reservoir, and we're gonna see if any of those deposits or debris are in the system, and that kind of determines if we need to do a brake flush and put new fluid in. So let's do that. What's up, guys? So one cool thing about brake fluid is that there's an inhibitor inside the fluid that basically protects the fluid from like rust, dirt, and any moisture from like getting into the brake reservoir and the brake system, period. Like, so I think that's pretty cool. But over time, those inhibitors deteriorate, and then that kind of like allows the dirt, the rust, the moisture to get into the system. And so I think it's like around 80 to, or maybe it's like 30. When you get around like, I think it's like around 80 to 100,000 miles, you want to flush the brake fluid system. That's what I've learned, and just working at different shops, everyone does it differently. Some people don't ever change the brake fluid, but I've learned that you should look at changing all of your fluids around that like 80 to 100,000 miles, just so that your car is running efficiently and everything in your car is safe. So but yeah, we're gonna pull out one of these test strips, and I'm basically gonna show you how to use this. And I got this from the last shop I worked at, so I'm not sure if you can get these from your like local automotive stores. Harbor Freight might carry some of these. I've never seen any of them in the store, but I'm pretty sure you can easily get them from Harbor Freight, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advance Auto. So I'm not sure though. You'll have to drive to the store yourself. But all right, let's get to it. So you pull out one of these strips here. So this is kind of what the strip looks like. I don't know if the camera's gonna really focus in, but the bottle does say after you get done dipping, it says dip brake fluid and a test strip into brake fluid, tap off excessive fluid, and wait 90 seconds. And then compare brake test strip to color chart to determine when to replace fluid. So, all right. So basically, you just get all the extra fluid off, and then you're gonna wait about 90 seconds. And then I have a test chart in here I'm gonna pull out, and basically you compare the colors to the test chart, and that kind of determines if you need to replace your fluid or not. Here's a better one. It's on the bottle, but basically you want to be from like anywhere from 0 to, I want to say 100. Basically you want to be anywhere from 0 to 100. You don't want to be in the 200 and 300 mark or area, because that means you need to replace your brake fluid, because all that dirt and the dust and all the corrosion and moisture is in the fluid itself. So all right, so let's dip it in here. All right, so let's see here. Okay. So honestly, we're sitting at 10. So that's really, really good. I'm actually surprised, but that is actually really good. That's somewhere between 10 and 30. So that's really good. You know, now if you were sitting at about 100, you might want to think about looking at replacing the fluid, but between 10 and 30 is really good. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. So yeah, so like I said, like, you know, if you were in the 200 to 300 range or in between, that's, you know, that's when you want to replace the brake fluid, especially if you're in the red box here. It says replace brake fluid. So if you're sitting at any of these two colors here, definitely replace the fluid and do a flush. So, well, YouTube, that concludes our video for today. I just wanted to kind of show you guys, you know, how to check your brake fluid and to see if it's contaminated, and just show you the process behind that. So yeah, I mean, simple, very easy. Like I said, I got this from the last shop that I was working at, so I'm not entirely sure if you can get this from your local stores, automotive stores, but very effective. Yeah, so if you want to see more content like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll definitely be posting more videos here in the future. See ya.